Angela, so you sang the national anthem
Yes.
at the inauguration
Yeah.
of President Museveni's latest, when he was appointed president again.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Did you beg?
Did
you call State House? Did you say, please, I beg you, please, I want to sing the national anthem? How did you sing the national anthem?
Oh, Uganda, the land of freedom, our love and labor will give, and with the neighbors all and our country. You know, when I say miracles happen, me ever since America, miracles happen, and they've been happening in my life every day. When you learn that Jesus works, I do my best. I've invested so much in my music. Like, I've taken the charity route, which is very different. I've started my music against the current, which is very different. You know, swimming against the current is very difficult. People are saying sing in Uganda, you're like, no, me, I'll sing in English. Sing about love, me, I'm like, my friend, me, I'm on messages. Sing about this, you are like, my friend, you know, we want fast music, you're on slow. I'm just against the current. But the good thing, the route I took, like I said, the way the British Council saw the work I did for You Gulu is the exact same way. I got a call from the office of the president, and a gentleman called and said, "This is Angella Katatumba." I said, yes. They said, you've been chosen to make history, to become the first musician to sing with the band at a swearing-in ceremony. It's never happened in this country. I said, wow. I just got on my knees. I said, Jesus, you're there.
So did they pay you?
Of course.
How
Yes.
much?
That's confidential. Even British Council, confidential.
Okay.
Just know I was very happy. But I couldn't believe it because when the gentleman met me and he elaborated on, because even me, I was like, me, how come me, you know? And he was like, no, we've been following what you did for You Guru. We've been following your Let's Go Green. You've just come back from Cancun at the Global Climate Change Summit, singing for presidents and ministers who are following that. You know, sometimes you do things, but you don't know who's watching.
People are watching you.
You see, and that's what I keep telling artists. You do things, but you have no idea who's watching. So they've been following me, and they were like, clearly, of course, we just thought that making history wanted a role model, somebody who can proudly say is Ugandan and is going to represent our country in this history making period. I just was overwhelmed. I said, where do I sign? I signed, and then I started practicing with the prisons band and the army band and the UPDF.
You knew about how long before?
I knew 3 months earlier. Yeah, so for 3 months we're practicing with the band.
Cool.
All the bands, the prisons, police, army. I think that's them.
You know, when I watched you, I was so proud of you.
Thank you, sweetie.
Really, I was like, oh my God, Angela.
I couldn't imagine. Even me, my dad couldn't believe it. My mom was just in shock. But that's how God works, Joy. I assure you that is not me. You know, because everything I do, I say, God, whatever I do, let it go to the right hands. Let the right people watch it. Let the people who appreciate it see it.
Yes.
But the best I can do is my best.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the bands you got during. Were you shooting Let's Go Green?
Yeah.
Now, you know, we've had stories of musicians putting up stunts. You know, they'll do anything to get some kind of publicity. Did you burn yourself just to get some publicity? I mean, we opened the papers. I remember it was front page. It was front page. Everywhere, on every TV station, Angela has been burnt. So tell us the truth. Did you burn yourself to get some?
The truth is, of course, you know, and you know, by the way, I don't blame Ugandans because they've really been taken for a ride, unfortunately, by some artists, you know, which is unnecessary attention seeking. I think, because it eventually bites you back. That's the truth. When you do something for the wrong reasons, don't be fooled. It must come back to you, and in the wrong way. But the truth is, I was shooting the Let's Go Green video, and as you know, it was commissioned by the British Council. We wanted it to be perfect. So the gentleman who I chose to protect the video guy, well, actually, I don't even have to say who, because now when you see the Let's Go Green video, you can see who it is.
Okay, I'm sure it's okay.
Anyway, that was centric, But I don't really blame him because we sat down, we're like, you know, it's British Council, we have to make it perfect, this is international, no, you know. So all of us put in our all to make it
cameras
perfect.
and everything.
But the problem is now, he removed the covers for the light. So the covers were on us directly. So it was a direct hit. And I remember when me and Keiko first got on the set, our first reaction was like, whoa! Our first reaction, I wish we'd gone with that instinct, you know. And then Keiko, a rapper, she's ever in shades. And the guitarist, Michael Uma, was wearing shades some scenes, wearing no shades other scenes. So the one who really suffered that burnt with the eyes was me. But all of us got burnt. They keep just talking about me, but even Keiko got burnt. Even Michael Uma got burnt. He was in hospital. Like, it was the craziest thing ever. You saw my face, skin peeling. It was terrible. And I remember during the shoot, like towards the end, I kept saying, my eyes are burning. Dennis, my eyes are burning. He's like, now, don't be a diva. I'm like, I swear they are burning. Now this was after about 6 hours of that direct
light on you.
Usually there is a cover on these lights, but he removed it because we all wanted perfection and wanted it to be extra bright and extra light. So that's why I can't really blame them. You know, the pressure was really on. So Munange, by the end of the shoot, my eyes, when I was done, my eyes were red. We couldn't. Even those last shoots we couldn't take. But if you ask him for those last shoots, you'll see my eyes were red. By the time we finished and I went, we're done, and everyone was like, oh, let's go out, after, shooting a video is hectic work, so most of the artists would like to go out. This time I'm like, you guys, I don't think I can make it, I'm in pain. They're like, you're being a diva, I said, let me rest for just 20 minutes. By the time I rested for 20 minutes, my cousin came to wake me up, my eyes were swollen. They had to rush me to the hospital. I went to Midland Clinic. I just thank Dr. Rose Mutumba. She literally saved my eyes. Because it was the most excruciating pain. The eyes were, as you saw, green, and they were watering, they were gushing out water, because I think that's the...
Weren't you scared during that time, thinking your face was affected? Didn't you, for a moment?
By then the face I didn't think was affected. All I knew is I couldn't see. Burns, the effect comes after. So by then there was no story of burns. All I felt like was my skin was, when you've been burnt, you don't see it immediately. All I know is that my skin was sensitive. So thank God she gave me ointments and all that. And then my parents were like, do you fly her abroad? What do we do? She's like, no, she's obviously been burnt. Gave me all the right stuff, told me to be I was in a dark room for 5 days with blindfolds. Black. I couldn't see nothing. And then now it's after like about a week is when now the burns, the skin starts peeling. Now when the skin now went back to normal, it started peeling. It was terrible. It was the worst experience ever. It was really a nightmare.
But the music video came out really well. So
and that was before the burns. The devil is a liar for life. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And I remember, when I knew it was really bad, is when my dad would come to my room and be like, I rebuked the devil. I said, I couldn't see. I'm like, if it's for rebuking devils, I'm finished. Oh my God. My mom was being really strong, and my mom's always strong in situations like this, And even my dad is always strong. But when I had my dad coming with holy oil and holy water and rebuking the devil, I said, I'm entirely finished here. Will I ever? And then again, remember, after the 5 days, I couldn't see anything for about almost 2 weeks. I was just seeing white. So slowly by slowly, but that's what the doctor told us, that slowly by slowly the eyes will get back to normal. Then good thing my mom is a beautician, AFK Beauty Clinic. She gave me the right ointments for my face.
You were kawa.
Yeah, I was kawa, thank God. But otherwise it was a nightmare.
That was a miracle too.
And then being told, today's paper has come out. I'm like, what do you mean today's? I couldn't see.
Yes.
And my cousin was like,
you should see what you look like.
Like, please, that was pain. But my dad was so consoling. He was like, no, Angie, it's in a way it's a blessing in disguise, because people should know that the effort you put into your work and your music. That's the only way he comforted me. Otherwise, I was just like, you know what?
In a positive
Can
way.
I fly out of the country for a whole year because this is too embarrassing? He was like, no, be positive about it. This is God. The devil is a liar, because great things are coming. The British Council contract. And it all made sense, to be honest. Before something good comes, the devil has to try to fight it.
Now, you had something with a Japanese singer?
Yes. My Jesus. My For You Gulu project again was on the internet. A Japanese singer called, she's a superstar in Japan, called Shigeko Suzuki. She was doing some work in northern Uganda. And she went on the net and found my For You Gulu song, got in touch with me on Facebook. And she said, well, we love your video, can we use it? Can you send us the lyrics and what? And we communicated on video, whatever she needed, I sent to her. So it was time to come to Uganda. She said, JICA, you've heard of JICA, Japan International Corporation, they flew in. You know how real superstars are treated, where none of us have reached, They fly you in first class, put you up in the best hotels, that was how she came in. Some young superstar arrived, and she said, I must see Angella Katatumba. I couldn't believe it, so the JICA said she wants to meet you. I said, no problem. So we met and we exchanged info, music, what. She wanted to know about the For You Gulu project. Then she came with her international crew, my friend, Japanese international crew. So the Japanese TV were following her. They did an interview, and the interview was aired recently on December 2nd in Japan, on one of Japan's leading televisions, ITV. Actually, I didn't see it. I read it in the paper. I didn't know that had come out. So I was honored, and I was touched, and that's what I thank God. I say, you know what, Jesus, you do it for me, because you know, here sometimes you do things and you wonder,
and people are not,
they don't get you. You know, they don't get you, and you start doubting yourself. But thank God I have a very supportive family who always say, you know what, Angie, when you're doing the right thing and you're following the right cause, charity here sounds like a joke, but you know how far it can take you. It's much more than just singing a hit and it disappears. You know, when you start seeing international artists now flying in to see you, it's like, Jesus, you truly are amazing. You're
so what
really
about WTV? I think you did something with Shaka.
Oh my God, For You, what For You Good has not done for me.
And
Dishvela TV, Dishvela TV came because of the Let's Go Green project. They came to British Council, so they filmed my project here in Uganda. And then For You Gulu project, 2007, CNN flew in the country. Where is Angella Katatumba? We're hearing about For You Gulu. You know, things, miraculous things like that. Voice of America, Shaka Sali called me for his Straight Talk Africa in Washington twice. I've been on that program on Shaka Sali and In Focus. And then Al Jazeera flew in February. And these guys are like on point. They don't come asking you questions. They come confirming. They've done their research up to here. With their cameras all over the place. I said, you've come to see Angela. You know, it was overwhelming for me and my family. We were like, okay. So we did the interview and they were just confirming. We've read this, is it true? We've read this, is it true? Yes, can we confirm? And that was the interview, Al Jazeera, February 2010.
So on the whole, where do you see yourself 5 years down the road when it comes to your music career? With all these opportunities that have come your way. Because I don't think you look at yourself as, in terms of an icon in our country, no. Because otherwise God is beginning to reveal to you that you're more than just a national icon. You must be an international.
I know. Yes. With God's help, as long as I follow Him and continue praying to Him and asking Him for guidance and following the right path, I don't see a reason why Beyonce and I shouldn't be comparing notes. I see
that. I hope you introduce her to me.
Oh, I will. Seriously, that's my prayer. And for my NGO, you know, to have received enough funds to keep doing well. You know, as much as you receive, it's important to give. Right, that's true. You know,
that's a principle.
It's important. Yes. So I see me 5 years down the road, God willing, becoming, you know, more of an international artist, even national. You know, national, you have to,
of course,
take it easy. You know, it's them to decide when they want to get to know you.
Yes.
So while they are deciding, me, I'll be the other side. But yeah, in 5 years, I just pray that I'm the best that I can be. You know.
You won an award recently. What award was that?
The Diva Role Model Award. And I was so honored for my humanitarian work. I won it 2010 and 2011, and it was good because it's good that they have started awarding artists who do not just music but humanitarian work. Because you know, a lot of people here underlook that humanitarian work. You know, so I was very grateful to the Diva Awards for that, and I thank them very much for that.
So I think we've run out of time. Angella, I would like to thank you so much for taking time off to come and tell us all the stuff you have told us. I hope you don't regret later and say, oh my God, did I say that? No. Anyway, you've already said it. It's too late.
And I trust you with it, and I trust Uganda with that information. I trust you with me
anymore.
I trust Uganda with it. Take with it what you can, learn from what you can, maybe give me advice on what you think I should have done better on my next relationships. Now you know why I'm not